When I speak of love, I sing to who gave me breath. Then I am complete. Yeah, man. Reaching up for the divine, reaching up to the divine. To feel, to be, to hear. And man, to listen. We gotta listen. Messages all around us, you know, in the breeze, in the trees, and from our fellow pilgrims, friends, enemies, doesn't matter. Messages are there, but we got to listen. We just have to be in that place. We can take a breath and open up the prism of our inner hearing. A lot going on in the world. Time to draw together. Time to be peace, time to make peace. That's what these times are about. We continue with the Ching. Over 7 years. It's been going out every weekend but for 2. A moment of service from me. That's it. Ain't no big deal. Just here we are, all together. Doing what we got to do and feeling what we can feel. Yeah. The I Ching for the week of October 9th, 2017. Number 37, Chia-Jin. This is about the family, about the clan, about the tribe. Yeah. Above is the sun, above is sun, which is wind, and below is li, which is fire. The wisdom, Kianaskatsi, that's a Hopi word. It means life out of balance. The time of imbalance is affecting relationships, tribes, and communities. There are worldwide events that are troubling. Now be present, learn, listen, study. Now is the emergence of the strength of the clan. Hey, you can't do this alone. You know, yes, our aloneness is important. But man, with the great works, nice to have that fellow pilgrim by our side. The Earth's people are now put on notice. As all observe what's happening around and within, all are shown that a different way of living is called for, a complete change in thinking about how to live in a radically changing world. Politics, finance, and the health of the planet are being tested like never before. And anything that was protecting us before, we find now was rooted in lies and false prophets. These are being shown now, and they're being shown to be of no use. In the external world, you can make a very long list of what is not harmonious. It could be in your environment, for sure, political systems and world economies, they're failing. It can seem overwhelming, and yet you know you must not bury your head in the sand. You know in your soul that the messaging is coming, that the true benefit is to act. It is this clashing of frequencies that are causing this disharmony. Causing agitation. We all have a great role, powerful role. You are a keeper of the earth. You are a keeper of your soul. Through the primal actions of wood and fire, the world will be changed. To begin, look within. At this point, no words are truer than peace begins with us. Chia-Ken, this hexagram gives sage and timely advice. Look to your tribe, your family, and in turn look deep within, at your beliefs, at your behaviors, at your actions. The power of words must now be considered. The world is losing touch with the power of love. When we truly surrender to the power of love, compassion, and affection, the world becomes a gentler place, abundant for all, no matter how troubled you are, no matter how tough it seems. Surrender to love. Love of self, family, planet. That kitty next to you, that dog who comes racing to the door. The smiles that you get on the beach as you walk. The power to begin great change lies within, and man, these are the times for great change. The power to solidify and make the change long-lasting. This lies within the community. The wise leaders of the clans, they understand it is the female principle that supports the open and positive movement of the people. But note, the female element does not step to the front to initiate change. Effective change comes from within. In The Art of War, written by Sun Tzu, General Sun Tzu in about 500 BC, he says it's that to lead and to bring peace to the people, one must not lead from the front, but from within. Lao Tzu says to lead the people, walk behind them. You got it? So it is with you now. Look within and use the power of these times to bring about balance and change, which in turn will affect changes in tribe and community. And as you roll with your companions of destiny on the road less traveled, these are the things that you take into account. That, yeah, your road is for abundance, it's for peace, it's for love, it's for happiness, it's for joy, but also service. This is the way to bring balance to the world, and it's here that you will achieve inner peace as you look within. Declarations of war, divisive and clever business strategies, or threats and intimidation will not bring about change. What will is simple and direct. It is love. Seems that we just beat the crap out of that word love, huh? But man, you got to use it and you got to feel it and open up to it. It's real. Everybody's definition is somewhat different. We first love ourselves, which is appreciation, where we open the doorways to our heart. As we look and seek the divine, and we hold the divine as a oneness that we feel with all sentient beings, with our planet, with the two-leggeds, with the four-leggeds, with the winged ones. The ones that crawl, the ones that dig into the earth, we are all one. Feel it. Understand what love is. It's true, you're living in troubled and treacherous times, and that is the bad news. Good news is that you have the power, individually and collectively, to change things for the better. This hexagram lays out a magical and realistic formula for making the changes that will move you toward happiness, success, and tranquility. This is accomplished through expressions of affection and clear communication, and is accomplished through the power of what is often perceived as non-action. The non-action of being humble, loving, steady, honest, and sincere. To observe and feel the horrors of war, crazy politicians, financial breakdown, and then, when you're feeling that, to say, hey, we need peace in the world. And you say it while not having harmony within the family, within your business, within your tribe, or within yourself. This is it's a fool's journey. Or to say the economy is a disaster while you cut corners in business, or divisive, dishonest, and controlling in relations with family or friends. This is greatly missing the point. Sure, you go through times of trouble and financial difficulties, emotional difficulties, spiritual disconnect, but there's a code for living. There's a code for living in so many of the holy books, the Quran, the Bible. The I Ching. The I Ching is a code for living. It's composed of words, and those words collectively and individually are code. Take the lesson, use the code. At this time, meditate on the words grace, peace, love, compassion, affection, health, and kindness. One more time. Grace, peace, love, compassion, affection, health, and kindness. Then ask yourself to embody those words in your daily life and in all actions and all decisions. Keeping these words and embodying them into Wu Wei, that is non-action, is also an important lesson. Wu Wei, Chinese expression meaning that it's natural action. In other words, it's action that does not involve struggle or excessive effort. Wu Wei is the cultivation of a mental state where you come to a place of peace within. You know, recently I was concerned about a member of my tribe who was causing concern among many of his fellows that his behavior was becoming dangerous. He was abusing alcohol, spewing a vicious rage that was edging on violence. I used the action of words of concern to others, which he overheard. This fed his rage and separated us for a long period of time. In this case, my lesson was that it was not words, but the non-action of affection and kindness that would have been a more useful and appropriate way of helping my brother. The lesson was big. Sometimes our actions speak louder than our words. So begin now. Look to your family, to your friends, and to your associates and see where there is an imbalance that may be upsetting you. And don't address this fact head on. Instead, use the code language suggested by the I Ching. Be love, have grace, and meditate on affection. We can, through right thought and considered intention, create the change that we desire. Ain't that the truth? So we are coming to that place. It is a time. And to note well, Chianaskatsi, a life out of balance. We can change it by being who we are, remembering who we are, and finding love in every day. Yeah. So take a breath. Open your hearts. If you're listening on Sunday, let this be your commitment to a quiet time of Sunday, being with the ones you love. You get ready to kick it. Roll into Monday with strength and peace and harmony. You are the one that you have been waiting for, man, and that's the truth. There is a link I put up last week about helping some of the people in Mexico and Puerto Rico for some donations if you can. Things are tough around. So abundance is to share. If it's not monetary, then it's love, harmony, and understanding. In la Kesha Lakin, I am the other you. And I like it that way. Shout out to my sisters in Gem and Bold. Put together a product made with love. And that's the idea, man. Put love into your product, love into your action, love into life. That's the difference. That's the shift and that's the change. Namaste, my brothers, and namaste, my sisters. Speak well of each other, speak well to each other, and open the gateways to love.